The main event is kicking into motion. From Toyota Center in Houston, the Hornets taking on the Rockets. For the Charlotte Hornets, they're hungry for a big win to start the season off right. The more emphatic, the better, as they set the tone for the year ahead. Rockets, Hornets, the tip-off coming up right after this. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports. As well. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio and going up against the Spurs.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Colin Sexton is out there with ball, and it's Plumlee in at the 5. To the left wing. Ball against Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the more experience Ball gets, the more confident he gets in those situations.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Graham. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building. Plus, you wait all off-season to see how your team measures up. And now, we get to find out.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. LaMelo Ball is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. Good on the shot.
Hey, Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of positioning. Easier said than done, though.
Bridges misses. And it's Houston's ball. Down low. Here's Yao. And he slams it in one-handed.
Well, I tell you what, you got to keep Yao Ming out of the paint. Guy is just too big and too strong and has too good a touch to let him catch it that close.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Bridges. Here's Ball. Outside for Sexton. Here's Plumlee. Pass to Ball. 5 on the clock. Sends it home from three-point land.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Here's Thompson. And again, it's Houston.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now here's Plumlee. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fade away. Now with a rebound. The Rockets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. The rebound by Bridges. The Hornets have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Bridges, a screen on Eason. There's Ball with a 3. Rockets with a rebound. The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Mark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, BA. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Yao, good. Yao's got 6 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
And one of the problems they had, stretching out the D. They didn't have the shooters. They were impatient. It's something they vowed to fix going forward.
Pass to Plumlee. Now Sexton. Ball left side. Over Van Vliet. And connects on the 9-footer. He's got 5.
Boy, that was not as easy as he made it look. That was a tough shot. Great take by Ball and make.
Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Nifty move. Yao shot is off. The Hornets with a lead. Bridges finds Miller. Back to Bridges. Here's Plumlee. And he buries his first look.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
Yao shot is off. Hornets leading by 3. Ball outside. 3-pointer, Bridges. Rockets with a rebound. Yao's got 4 rebounds now. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Durant laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
Ball against Van Vliet. Plumlee, a screen on Van Vliet to the inside. And there's Plumlee on the assist by Ball.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Yao. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Man, this is way too easy for Ming, using his massive size to do a lot of damage inside.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Now here's Miller. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. There's Ball with a 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Here's Yao. Inside. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Not many bigs can slow down KD once he gets around the rim.
And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
Yeah, sweeping this club in the last season's series was probably the highlight of an underwhelming year.
Yeah, for sure. Neither team a big-time contender in their respective conferences, but when the teams are fairly evenly matched, they can still be entertaining basketball.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Charlotte.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Now here's Sexton. And so it looks like the Hornets will retain possession here.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, a problem for the offense.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. 5th is Kevin Durant.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Sexton misses.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Pass to Thompson. And here's Smith. Eason. Pass to Yao. From deep. The offensive rebound. And he goes in for the dunk.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Outside Sexton. Ball outside. Thompson with a steal. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh. For Charlotte, they've got 7 of 15 to find the net. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Thompson. Outside Eason. Out left to the wing. Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Just 4 to shoot. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Bridges against Smith. To win the run. Bridges misses.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Stolen by Bridges. Here's Sexton. Oh, botches the slam dunk finish.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Pass to Yao. Durant surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Money from 17 feet out. Durant's got 6.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Plumlee. 6 points for him. Ball outside. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Holiday's checked in for the Rockets. The Hornets making a switch here. The Rockets lead by 6. Here's Yao. He's got 14. The rebound by Mann.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Here's Mann. After the basket by Houston. The shot by Diabate, no good. Holiday against Dinwiddie. Holiday passes to Yao. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Yao's got 19 points.
Showing some real confidence right there. How about the quick shot and touch from Yao Ming?
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
So for the Rockets, Finney Smith checked in for Eason. Thompson comes in for Durant. And it's Shepard in for Holiday. Here's Yao. He's got 19. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Williams. Miller finds Bridges. 5 to shoot. The fader. Smith with the rebound.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this bad.
And the 3rd pick in 2022, Jabari Smith Jr. He struggled at times in his rookie season. But Clark, he's making some major strides now.
You know, B.A., you've heard me and others say this, but every player runs their own race. Everybody's development journey is their own, to own and to run. Sometimes it just takes a little while longer for guys to adjust at this level. But I tell you one thing about that young man, the progress he made lets you know he's got what it takes to one day be an all-star in this league.
Here's Mann, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Outside Finney Smith. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Yao. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Grant Williams. Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, B.A., playoff success has eluded them. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
Okogie's checked in for the Rockets, and he makes both free throws. The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
Salon, no good.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Smith finds Thompson from behind the arc. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the Charlotte making some changes. Williams is checked in for Diabate, and Jeffrey subbed in for Miller. Thompson out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Jabari Smith, and it's Yao in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And he recovers it, and the basket is good. Hornets trail by 4. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. He can't get that one to fall. And here's VanVleet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 14. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Here's Yao. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Outside, Williams. On the wing man, defended by Thompson. On the wing man, Dinwiddie outside. Over VanVleet. Oh, he sticks that one from 20 feet. Dinwiddie's got 6.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Back to VanVleet. Here's Yao. Williams defending to the middle. Finney-Smith passes to Yao. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Foul beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play, trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Plumlee's checked in for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball comes in for Man.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Ball looks over the floor. Shoots over Thompson. All no good.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Smith against Dinwiddie. Here's Yao. He's got 27. Finney-Smith. Three-pointer, no good.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Plumlee a screen. To the paint. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And he lobs it up. The bank shot, no good. Hornets trail by 9. Pass to Plumlee. Plumlee a screen. Ball finds Plumlee. Thompson against Ball. And it's rejected. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And the Rockets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Miles Bridges checked in for Charlotte. Sexton comes in for Dinwiddie. Pass to Yao. Back to Durant. Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Clock at 6. Here's Yao. Count the basket. Yao's got 6 here in the quarter.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Third in rebounding, and they earned a place in the top 5 for fast break points. This squad really knew how to make the most of the open court and punish their opponents in transition.
And as you said, a great year for them on the glass. They battled down low.
Well, you know, it's obvious that Ball knows exactly how to work the angles. He gets the ball to a wide-open shooter just about every time.
Pass to Smith from the arc. Knocks down the triple. Smith's got 6.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Ball passes to Plumlee. Now here's Bridges. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Clark, you look at the scoring ability of Miles Bridges. Most nights he feels like he has an advantage.
And I would agree with that. When you think about defenders trying to slow down Miles Bridges, most guys are either too slow or not strong enough to deal with him. As a result, he's able to make it tough for just about anybody who guards him.
Miller's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Stolen by Bridges. Ball outside. Down low. Here's Plumlee. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Green's checked in for Smith.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Over Van Vliet. Ball in the paint.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
Pass to Yao. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I like the setup there. Green with a really rock-solid pick.
Hornets trail by 10. Outside Sexton. Ball against Van Vliet. Outside for Sexton. Plumlee a screen. Shoots from 12. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
And the pick and roll was a good decision by Sexton. He's got solid playmaking instincts.
Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Yao passes to Finney-Smith. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 8-point game. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for Finney Smith. Here's Yao. He's guarded by Bridges. The kick to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
Well, Durant's reputation at the arc is solid, and good reason for that. He's a consistent sniper.
Miller outside. Bridges outside. Miller against Durant. Here's Ball. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Durant finds Van Vliet into the lane. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
We've seen Van Vliet become a really good outside shooter, but I think he's still at his best going to the rim.
Back to Ball. 1:16 left in the half. That one off the back iron and out.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Hornets trail by 13. Miller outside. This one for 3. Drills it from deep.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Outside Eason. Pass to Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Now here's Sexton. 6 points for him. The 3 from Ball. Deep range. LaMelo. What focus.
Tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
They set a pick. Here's Durant. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
The steal. 4 seconds left. He takes it in.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the Hornets. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Houston Rockets.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hornets trail by 11. On the court for the Hornets, it's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Colin Sexton out there with Ball. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, down low. Ball left side. The 3 ball. Rockets with a rebound. Yao's.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yeah, and one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
Ball passes to Plumlee. Plumlee, a screen on Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Sexton finds Bridges. It's hauled in by Houston. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Yao. He's guarded by Bridges. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Durant.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Outside Sexton. Bridges passes to Miller. And here's Sexton, defended by Thompson. Ball against Van Vliet. Baseline try. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 15.
He'll do that for you, too. Ball can go mid-range if he needs to.
Pass to Yao. Sexton comes with a double team. And here's Thompson for 3. Sexton grabs the board. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 14. Miller can't get it to go.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Thompson passes to Yao. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 4 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to review the game plan. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. The 4th spot held by the Rockets.
Their effort on the boards was a point of pride for them. They play a physical style, and it served them well.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. And the creative LaMelo Ball. Anytime he touches the rock, Clark, you expect a highlight reel play. How fun is he?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. He's so uber creative. And he's got a flash and a flair to his game, but he's highly skilled and fundamentally sound, too. That's the one part that sometimes can be lost amidst all the flash. But he's a fun guy to watch hoop, that's for sure. Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Ball against Van Vliet. Now here's Ball. Tightly guarded. Puts up a deep 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Miller comes with a double. Back to Van Vliet. There's the triple. With the second effort. Yao shot is off. Hornets trail by 15. Sexton passes to Plumlee. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Back to Eason, to the right side. Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Mason Plumlee.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
And the second free throw is good. Hornets trail by 14. Ball passes to Plumlee. Outside Sexton. Miller on the wing. Pass to Plumlee. 6 to shoot. To the paint. It's hauled in by Houston. Yao's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Eason controls the rebound and the putback. And the Rockets lead by 16.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Ball passes to Miller. Van Vliet against Ball. Bridges outside. Back to Ball. The 3 hits the trifecta. Ball's got 18.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
Miller comes with a double. Outside Durant. Pass to Yao. Over Plumlee. Yao, good. Yao's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So few players still even use the hook shot, but I think it's a tremendous weapon when you can master it and do it right.
Ball against Van Vliet. Ball with it. He's got 18. It's good. Ball's got 20 points.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
Here's Durant. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And Houston making a change here. Smith's checked in. Man, he's checked in for Charlotte. Dinwiddie comes in for LaMelo Ball. Free throw is good from Durant. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Outside man. The 3 is up. Yao with a rebound. Houston leading by 16. Durant, the pass to Yao. Oh, a special move before that shot. Yao's got 40 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Back to man. Plumlee, a screen on Durant. Man, the pass to Plumlee. Slam! Dunk by Plumlee!
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
And that one's good by Durant.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Bridges passes to man. Here's Plumlee, plenty of space. Smith with the rebound. Houston leading by 18. Ball stolen. Outside man. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Hey, it's all about W's for Durant. I mean, he understands that feeding open teammates is how you make that happen.
Here's Mann. He has 6. Pass to Dinwiddie. Plumlee with it. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got his 20th rebound here tonight.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
To the left wing. 3-pointer. Eason can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 20. On the wing man, guarded by Durant. Pass to Dinwiddie. Plumlee, a screen on Thompson. Here's Dinwiddie. Out to Bridges. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Houston.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Durant. And it's Houston scoring again.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Bridges outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Dinwiddie with a screen on Eason. Bridges outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Dinwiddie to get back on track. On target from range. Dinwiddie's got 9.
Well, you know, this is what makes Dinwiddie so dangerous, guys. His shot preparation makes him ready to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. To the inside. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Plumlee. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Plumlee's got 22 points.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Throws it up high. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
1 minute left in the third quarter. Miller outside. Pass to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Thompson, a screen on Plumlee. Inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Love the control there from Thompson. I mean, showing poise on the pick and roll.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Plumlee. Comes up empty down low.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Thompson, no good. Hornets trail by 21.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And the shot goes. Yao's got 44.
KD does such a great job playing the angles. He'll pass it off to a better option if he can.
Pass to Bridges. Just 3 on the clock. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's the Houston Rockets sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Dorian Finney-Smith, Fred VanVleet out there with Josh Okogie. Then it's Jabari Smith, and it's Yao in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Outside man. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide, but there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selection. It's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have and getting it right. For the long strides of Yao, this guy's a big man who can eat a lot of ground up. Feels like nobody can stop him on the drive.
Hornets trail by 20. Dinwiddie outside. Beyond the arc. Yao with a rebound. The Rockets lead by 20. Here's VanVleet. Soft touch off the glass.
VanVleet, for his size, is pretty tricky.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Dinwiddie with it. VanVleet covering. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
There's a screen. Man, the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Salon. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Salon, he's got 5 points in the quarter.
Exactly what you've come to expect from Dinwiddie. A true combo guard will spread it around for you.
Driving inside. Oh, connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. VanVleet against Dinwiddie. To the middle. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Finney-Smith passes to Yao. Puts up the 8-footer. It's rebounded by Salon. The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Back to Dinwiddie. And you see player training methods, Graham, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks. Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Kick out to VanVleet. Clock at 4. Off target from outside.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Pass to Salon. Outside man. Here's Jeffries. Covered by Smith. Here's Salon. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, he was just a skosh late on the contest. That's going to be a goaltend for sure.
Eason's checked in for Houston. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for Mann. Here's Yao. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Yao. Fades. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Yao's got 54 points.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Ball outside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Setting his teammate up nicely out of the two-man game that time. Ball provides style and substance with his brilliant playmaking.
Here's Yao. And too long on the shot. Up top, Dinwiddie, guarded by Van Vliet. Pass to Ball. Here's Jeffries. To the inside. To the wing, right side. Now Dinwiddie, guarded by Van Vliet. Here's Jeffries. Three-pointer off the mark. The Rockets lead by 20. Smith inside. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's Yao. Tries the spin move. With the fadeaway. That one drops for him. Yao's got 56 in the game.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
To the paint. Here's Diabate. And that one is hammered home.
And a sweet dime. Ball has the playmaker's instinct.
And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Fades and shoots. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 20. Pass to Jeffries. And the ball out of play. The Rockets will have it. Houston making some changes. Durant comes in for Finney Smith. And it's Amin Thompson in for Van Vliet. The Rockets have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Ball against Thompson. Now Bridges. Down low. Here's Plumlee. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful in-your-face defense.
And the Rockets making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Now off the inbound. Sexton misses. Houston leading by 22. Pass to Yao. Takes it inside. Another bucket. Wow. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Ball against Van Vliet. Now here's Sexton. Guarded closely. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
Boy, you got to have a quick release in the league, and Miller's speed of release serves him well.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Left side Durant. He shoots. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Durant's got 27 points. Ball against Van Vliet. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic.
Good! That's another bucket!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Fourth personal foul. team foul.
And that one misses. Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Eason. Finney Smith comes in for Thompson. And Holiday subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And he sinks the second. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. Yao passes to Durant. Over Sexton. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
To the middle. And it's good. He hits another one.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Tate's checked in for Finney Smith. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
The kick to Durant. Let's go with a 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Bridges passes to Plumlee. Tipped. Here's Yao. Again! What an avalanche! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss. Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
Sexton, that's good.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
Outside Tate. Here's Yao. He's checked by Plumlee. Outside Holiday. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Bridges outside. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday against Ball. 3-pointer. The shot that time not on target. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Rockets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
Pass to Durant. Here's Yao. There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And Ball's over to help. Inside, here's Holiday, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And here's Ball. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio and going up against the Spurs.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Morant. Then there's Wells. And it's Jerome in at the 2 spot. And for the Rockets, we've got Fred VanVleet. Tari Eason is out there with Yao. Then it's Thompson. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, just beautiful in the pick and roll. Durant times his move perfectly in there with the strong finish.
Here's Clark. Yao with the block. Outside, KD. Eason passes to Yao. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
Check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. VanVleet against Morant. Outside Jackson. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
KD's shot is good.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
It's Morant with the drop.
Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop the hammer on you.
Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against the Charlotte Hornets. VanVleet finds KD. Now here is Yao. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Wells passes to Jerome. And here's Morant. Nice move. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
Pass to Yao. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Traps in the tray.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
Oh, Kevin Durant. Unreal.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Morant with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Jackson. Eason grabs the board.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Morant. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 6 points.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Van Vliet passes to Thompson, to the middle. Outside for Durant. No good from outside.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Jerome. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. And it's Clark with the jam.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Yao in the post. He's against Clark.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Morant outside. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Thompson. And that one's good. Morant. 8 points for him.
Well, he obviously came in ready to play, already hitting 4 of his first 5 shots.
Van Vliet looking around. Out to Thompson. Launches it. And the 3 ball is good.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Clark outside. Pass to Wells. Lets the 3 fly. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
Nice jump shot. Van Vliet, he already stretched the floor for you, or hit there from the mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Checked in for Houston. And Memphis also making a switch. Aldama's checked in. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Smith outside. Now against Clark. They double team Yao. Back to Thompson. Shoots over Morant. No good off the back of the rim. Memphis is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the way that Morant is able to twist and contort through a defense, he is one of a kind in that regard.
And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history. And they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
Now against Clark. And that one drops for him. Yao's got his third basket of the night right there.
Part of what makes Yao so dangerous, he doesn't have to be right inside to score.
And that one's good by Clark.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Inside. Out to KD. Bangs home the trifecta. KD's got 9. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Jerome passes to Clark. That shot missing. Great D that time from Durant. Pass to Yao. Back to KD. And finished off by Yao.
Yeah, it's not easy trying to keep Yao Ming off the glass. Just wreaking havoc with his activity on the offensive board.
Clark outside. Yao with the block. And he gets it back.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Houston leading by 7. They double team Yao. Over Clark. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block him.
Thompson against Morant. Clark a screen on Thompson. Pass to Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Well, Morant knows his teammates rely on him to find them. Terrific pass right there.
To the paint. It's picked off. One-on-one fast break. Outside Jackson. Aldama inside. He's covered by Eason. Shot clock at 6. Clark a screen on KD. Here's Jerome. Now Ming pulls it in. Yao's got rebound number 8 now on the night. No good from Durant. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Lobbed up there for Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
To the inside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. Not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Morant outside. Over Thompson. Good D by Thompson.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
KD's shot is good.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Eason passes to Yao. Here's the hook, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Yao's got 12 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Jerome passes to Morant. Inside, Durant with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Yao, and Yao slams it in.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Morant against Thompson. Morant with it. He's got 9. Pass to Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's Houston. 13 points up at the end of the period. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets. Yao comes in for Şengün. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Wells comes in for Pippen. We've got Thompson. Yao is out there with Jabari Smith. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Shot's good by Yao.
Hey, how about Ming just going to work? His guys are getting him the ball, and boy, is he rewarding.
Caldwell Pope with the screen on VanVleet. Jerome passes to Jackson. It's taken away by Smith. Here's Yao. Tries again. He lays it in. Yao's got 4 points in the quarter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
To the paint. Here's Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
Just too much. Jaren Jackson Jr., a physical big.
Hook shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Here's Jerome. Still without a basket. To the middle. Outside for Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Jackson. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason. Because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Here's Yao. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Memphis moving it around. Here's Wells. A three-pointer, no good. Rockets leading by 11. Thompson dishes to Yao. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Wells. Offline with his 3. Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. They double-team Yao. Pass to Finney Smith. Yao in the high post. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. 4 on the shot clock. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits the three-point bomb.
And Yao just so big, he's able to see over the top of the defense, and that allows him to find an open teammate.
Here's Heaney. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Wells. Covered by VanVleet. Jerome, no good. Houston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And finished off by Yao.
And Smith already understands that you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Durant's checked in for Thompson. Ja Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense there from KD. So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I love coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Yeah, amazing. Man, we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Here's KD. 17-point lead, their biggest. Now, here's Young. Defense right on him. For the three. And KD the bucket on the assist by Yao. Yao's got assist number 8 now on the night. Van Vliet against Morant. Will it go? And he hits the jump shot. Morant's got 11.
Well, the defense is going to give Morant that shot. They're trying as hard as they can to defend the rim. That opens up the mid-range jump.
Pass to KD. Smith outside. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Morant against Van Vliet. Here's Edey. 5 on the clock. Shakes him. And he lays it up and in.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Yao in the post. The fadeaway. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Yao's got 25 points in the game.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And now it's 27 points for Yao.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Van Vliet against Morant. Van Vliet sets the pick for Smith. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Yao. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. He's got 29 points.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's Morant. That's short off the rim.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Yao draws the double. Van Vliet outside. Smith the pass to Yao. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Just 2 to shoot. And Houston again with the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Caldwell Pope outside. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Edey. And the shot is good. Edey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Durant kicks to Smith. Nasty out. Over Edey. Again, the Rockets score.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Edey. Now here's Caldwell Pope. And here's Jackson. Now here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by KD. Corner shot. The Rockets pull it in. Yau's got his 16th rebound on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using them to cut up the defense there with ease.
Now against Jackson. Right at the free throw line, and it's Houston with another.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Morant outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The Grizzlies with another miss. Now here is Yao. He started closely. And so it's the Houston Rockets, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court.
You know, for the Grizzlies, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Memphis Grizzlies.
You can do everything else, but if you don't take care of the boards, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Your goose is cooked? You're in hot water? Any of those?
Where were you born, Ernie?
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Yao Ming really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Clark. Wells is out there with Jackson. Then there's John Morant. And it's Jerome.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Jerome. No scoring in this one. Clark goes to screen on Thompson. Down low. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Wells with the steal. Here's Morant. Now Ming pulls it in. Yao's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Wells passes to Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
KD can't get it to go. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Thompson. Wells wide open. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Wells has got 5 points so far.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Yao kicks to Thompson. Outside Durant. Pass to Yao. Over Clark. Yao's shot is good. Yao's got 37.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Nice shot from the wing. Yao's got 39.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And Durant gets it to go.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
To the paint. Clark finds Jackson, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Fifth, Kevin Durant.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Now here's Van Vliet. He has 7. Pass to Yao. Over Clark. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
They need this. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Well, this offense is so much better when Jackson moves the ball.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Yao. Yao's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Outside Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Kept alive. Pass to Morant. Clark outside. 6 to shoot. And here's Jackson. He's covered by Eason. Clark for 3. That's tipped.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
They double team Yao. Thompson with it. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. Coming off a terrific season. 7th in assists. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Yao with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
Yao draws the double. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Yao's got 10 points here in the second half. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Pass to Eason. They double team Yao. Back to Eason. Yao up top. It's Durant on the wing. Cranes the three-pointer. KD's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Jackson passes to Morant. Here's Jackson, takes the three. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Durant. Shot from the top of the key. And Houston again with the bucket.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Pass to Eason. Yao. Over Clark. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Yao's got 49 points in the game.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
Now Wells, guarded by KD. Pass to Jackson. Now Morant. From the arc. Rebound by Yao.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Crosses over. Grizzlies with the rebound. Clark's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Morant in the corner. Now Ming pulls it in.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
And that one drops.
Taking the hit there, Durant, so hard to stop.
Outside Jackson. Clark, a screen on Eason. Jackson. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Yao. Van Vliet wide open. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Morant dishes to Clark. Back to Morant. Here's Wells. And the dunk by Wells.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope. Up and in with a one-hand finish. The most basic possible. Tries the spin move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for. Some guards are absolutely fearless working inside, and Morant very high on that list.
For the Rockets, Tate, he's checked in for Durant, and Okogie subbed in for Shepherd. Here's Yao. Edey with the rebound. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Okogie, the pass to Yao. Yao slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense.
2 minutes.
That's the kind of stop you're looking
2
for.
minutes.
Here's Eldama, covered by Smith. Here's Caldwell Pope. The Rockets pull it in. Smith's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Yao. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Morant.
Obviously, Yao is just so huge defensively, it's almost impossible to guard him legally.
Houston making a switch here. Holiday's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Pippen's checked in for Morant. Good on both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pippen against Holiday. To the middle. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here is Yao. Tight defense on him. Takes it inside, and Yao slams it in.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Pippen with it, guarded by Holiday. Holiday against Pippen. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Here's Holiday. 41 seconds left to play in the third. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality.
Wells, he's checked in for Pippen. And the second free throw, good.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Here's Jerome, guarded by Holiday. Here's Heaney. Pass to Jerome. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jerome's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Holiday looking for an opening. Here's Yao. Another bucket. Wow!
A 60-piece. Goodness. And it's not his first of the season.
Now he is tied for the 4th most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And so it's Houston, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for him. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. We'll return shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm. So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Katie, what was the big thing to secure this win?
I like how active we were on the defensive side of the ball to start the game. We made shots tonight, and it's always good when you make shots. It brings more energy into the building, and I'm glad we got a W.
You earned it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching.
say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great to hear Skylar Cole singing the national anthem before today's contest. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And a chance now to look at the schedule for San Antonio. On Monday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. Then on Wednesday, they kick off a road trip in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder.
And looking at the Jazz matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Yao in at the center position. And for the Spurs, up front, they're going with Johnson and Wemby. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And the Rockets with possession here. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. From 12 feet. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And here's VanVleet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They set the pick. Pass to Yao. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Wembanyama, screen on Thompson. Here's Castle. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Shot from the inbound. That's good from Fox on the assist by Johnson. Here's Durant. 23 points his last outing. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for San Antonio. We talked about Fred VanVleet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Thompson passes to VanVleet. Houston with another miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Fox. Here's Castle. Lets it go from deep. Now with a rebound. Outside Durant. To stop the drought. Yao, good. Yao's gotten his second bucket.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying?
Now here's Durant. And it's Eason with a three.
At his size, KD is able to see the floor so well, and it helps him make passes just like that.
Here's Castle, defended by Thompson. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
Here's Yao. And the powerful one-handed slam.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.